Oops. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Grace and Fire. And thank you for joining me on my very first Friday night ramble. Scott is not going live tonight, and he reached out to me and asked me if I would like his slot. So I said, yeah, why not? That sounds like fun. I've never gone live on Friday night on this channel, and I've been on other channels. So thank you for joining me tonight. I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a hot minute since I had gone live. We did have a little bit of a family emergency, but all is good. And I just want to say thank you for those prayers. Somebody who's not on YouTube, so we're going to respect that privacy. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for those who had been praying. So let me just see who's in the chat. I see that Randy said, Scott, you have never looked better. Well, you know, those are some pretty big shoes to fill, I have to say, of Scott. So, and then we have Cora in the house. Hello, Cora. And I see Aunt Lynn is here. Hey, hey. Yes, please hit the like button on your way in. Scott's not here. That's right. Scott's not here. Let's see here. I see. Oh, Canadian Family Life is here. Hey, hey. And then Ann Dale Homestead tomorrow night over on her channel and Lazy Days Ahead. There's a big giveaway. She hit 8K. And Lazy Days Ahead, Jesse and Lisa hit 2K. So they're doing a huge giveaway. So go over tomorrow night. Let's see here. Oh, and then we see Xander is in the house. Hello, hello. And then we have Heartland HQ with Dink and Tank. Dink and Tank. Let me say that correctly. Sorry. Well, welcome, welcome. And then Rebecca touched my yarn. Hey, hey. So glad to see you here. And then we have Joy Stewart is in the house. Hello, hello. Let's see. I'm just kind of making sure I've not missed anybody. Oh, the Tinker's wife is here. Hello, welcome. And then, oh, our cabin in the hood, or woods. Oh, forgive me. I'm having one of those nights. Let me just get a sip of water first. Our cabin in the woods. Sorry, I'm butchering names here. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. And then we have Making It Home is here. And Back to Good is here. And then Jan is in the house. Hello, hello. Let's see if I've missed anybody. I think I have everybody here. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Welcome. I am really excited to bring up the special guest. To be perfectly honest with you, I know that, I wasn't sure if he would even join me like ever. And I'm really excited to bring this person up. And I've actually had a few people ask me if I would. So without further ado,
hello, hello.
so we have Sir Grace.
Yeah.
He is up here. Hey, Sir Grace.
Hello.
Hey, hey. So for those who don't know, Sir Grace is my husband. And I'm so excited to have him up on the channel. Thank you for joining me.
Yep, no problem.
Can you hear it? Can you hear everything okay where you're at?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. So Sir Grace cannot see the chat, so I'll be reading off any of the comments. So Simply Jan said, Sir Grace, hi. Yeah, that's
Hello.
right. Royalty is in the house. And let's see here. Critter Creek says, awesome, Sir Grace. They're so excited you're here. And then
Awesome.
Canadian Family Life says, hey, Sir Grace. So
Hello.
yes, yeah, I'm just really excited that you're joining me today.
Glad to be here.
Yes, yeah. For those who don't know, Sir Grace has chosen to stay off of YouTube, so that's why we have his avatar, which we can thank Jesse for creating. Not only your name but also for your avatar, which I really like it. It's got a lion in the middle of it, and you are royalty, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. And Missouri Outlaw Randy says, hello, Air Force brother.
Hello, Air Force brother.
That's right. Air Force is in the house. Sir Grace is a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, as well as Randy. So, yes, I have a heart for the big blue for good reasons, right?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Well, Sir Grace, some of your ink pens have been passed out to different people. Either they have won them or we have sent out ink pens. And this is just this is actually my own ink pen and it spins. But you turned this on a lathe, and that's something that you enjoy doing. Would you talk a little bit about that? What got you started in turning ink pens?
Sure. Well, when I was wounded, I suffered a brain injury, which is shutting off my eyes. So I went to Palo Alto, California, and there, Palo Alto, they told me that I can still do the things that I love.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them is woodworking. Well, while I was there, they actually taught me how to use a lathe. And then from there, I got a lathe for Christmas one time. And
A
from then
small
on,
one.
I just been turning. Started with ink pens. I've turned candlesticks. And now I learned to turn a bowl. So hopefully start doing that soon. But as of right now, I'm doing little ornaments.
Yeah, you sure are. You do all kinds of things. Critter Creek says, awesome, Sir Grace, USAF vet here, brother. Thank you always for your service. And thank you to all of our veterans who are in the live and watching the replay. Thank you so much for your service and sacrifice to this country. Because as you and I both know, freedom is not free.
Yep.
So thank you to everybody. Oh, excuse me. How did she slide in here? My mother's here.
All my family.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters.
Yep. Mom's in the chat. Hey,
Hi,
Mom. So you started out turning ink pens, and I'm showing one. He can't see this, but I'm showing your ink pen up on the screen.
Okay.
And you said you turned candlesticks.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show a couple of the candlesticks. These are my personal ones. So he turned these on a lathe for me. So I have 5 of these, but I just brought up 2 so you guys can see. So you turned these, and then I stained them, and then I painted them because I wanted to go with the decor. So you did that. And then we had a neighbor one time came over and asked you to do a xylophone stick.
2 of them. Yeah.
Oh, there was 2? Okay, I didn't realize there was 2.
Yeah.
That was a challenge, wasn't it?
Matching pair. Yeah, it was a challenge because I had to figure out which wood is the hardest that
Mm-hmm.
I had on hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was also a challenge to turn them down and make them match. You have to use a caliper,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to go down the shaft to
Mm-hmm.
make sure they're all units. It's all one number. So
Right.
yeah, it is difficult to do the xylophone sticks, but I took my time on it and it came out pretty good. Gave it to my neighbor and he wanted them for his grandkid. So
Yeah, I was really impressed by that because that was something that was not um, that you hadn't learned how to. You didn't do at the Western Blind Rehab Center. You actually just did that on your own. So that was
yeah,
really an awesome thing that you had done. And then,
yeah,
so you also mentioned that you're doing ornaments. So, Mom, Aunt Lynn, you haven't seen this yet. It's not done yet because we're waiting on some parts. So, everybody in the chat know this isn't done yet. Okay. So, this sneak peek, he's turning little snowmen on the lathe.
yep,
So, we're waiting to get little branches. We're going to do something where we got some things on order. And so, you're doing little snowmen too. That's your
yep.
new thing. Oh, guess who's in the chat?
Who's that?
It is Scott. He said he can't hear anything but loud music, but he's supporting. It's your
Loud
buddy.
music. Is he on the road?
No, he's at an event. So
Ah,
they're loud music there.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hello, Scott.
It's your brother. The one that wants to on the ship take you
The other
and
brother.
I'm sorry.
I said he's the other brother.
He's your other brother, but he wants to take you on the ship and he wants you to drive him on the car.
Yeah, the go-kart. Yep. Can't
Yeah.
wait for that one.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that one there, Sir Grace. I still haven't figured out. I may need some blinders.
No, I just need a backseat driver.
You just need the backseat driver. I think Scott would be a great backseat driver. Um, he said, "Shall I be fully honest? I'm supporting Sir Grace." I think that's awesome, Scott. He needs all the support he can get around here. He has to put up with me. So anyhow, yeah, that's pretty funny that he's here for you, not for me. Thanks a lot. No, I'm just teasing. So anyhow, but so what is your favorite thing that you've turned on a lathe? I'm curious.
um, really haven't had a favorite per se.
Mm,
I love making the ink pens
mm.
just because I can make my own acrylic and everything. But
Oh, let's talk about the acrylic. I think uh, um, that's a really interesting topic. And you guys, if you have any questions for Sir Grice, drop it in the chat and I'll ask them. Okay. Tell me how you do your acrylic pouring.
well, I mean, you buy the resin. Um, so I either get the resin from on Amazon or I'll go to Michael's.
Mm-hmm.
The resin comes with two different bottles. One's the hardener and the other one's the liquid. And you mix them. And then I use mica powder. But within my acrylics, I put many different things. Some I'll take, I usually do like a green and gold color and then cut up um, the cobs of a corn.
Mm-hmm.
We have a cornfield that, or a family or neighbor that owns a big farm, and every so often they do corn.
Yeah.
So I take the cobs after they've been stripped.
Mhm.
I put them in hardener, wood hardener, and then I cut them up into chunks and put them in the acrylic. And I always do green and gold because corn's a plant and it's usually gold, but it starts out green.
Mm.
I just do the mixture. When you put the cob in there and turn it down, it comes out real marbly, which is nice.
It actually looks like real marble. That's what's interesting about it. You gave someone pretty big an ink pen that had that corn in there, and she thought it was real marble because of the way that it turned out. It's actually really, I don't have it with, I don't have an example here or a picture of it, but it really does look like marble. It's really odd, and it's field corn. It's not the kind that you eat. It's field corn that's been completely dried down. um so it, but it gives it a really weird texture. I'm really impressed by it, to be honest with you. And the fact that you thought of that, that's pretty cool.
I'll do that. I'll do pine cones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did one by accident, but then after I did that, I started doing them. I accidentally left tinfoil in one of my acrylics, and I just went ahead and turned it down, and it looked kind of cool. So I just started putting tinfoil in some of my acrylics.
Yeah, you, what you were doing is you were pouring two different colors into your mold,
Yeah,
and you were trying to keep it from running together, right?
yeah,
And and the thought that you had was to pull that tinfoil out, and then it would just kind of blend.
yeah,
But you had forgotten to uh, do that. So that was a really cool ink pen. And actually, we sold that ink pen, and that person that bought it couldn't believe that that was a mistake because it turned out so cool. Hey, Jan says it takes some amazing talent to create those things. It really does. I tried turning on the lathe, and um, and to be honest with you, it was very difficult for me uh, to stand there and to hold it. I'm not giving up. I'll try it again at some point, but it really does take talent, and it takes, I think, a lot of patience, and then also kind of envisioning what you want to do with it, because it's easy to mess up. So yeah, I agree with that statement. And then cameraman's in the house. He says hello to all on board and a Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
cameraman.
Yeah. And then Critter Creek says, what an art at Sir Grace. It really is. It really is. And then Xander says the people that have those pins are darn lucky. Yes, they are. Very, very lucky.
Mm,
Yeah, because you don't turn all the time on the lathe, so we don't have a bunch of ink pens, but we do have a few that you have, and so we've
yeah,
shared them with different people for different reasons. Jesse got one that was very military related,
yeah,
um, with a soldier saluting on it, and a little bit of some pew pews, because
yeah.
that's the YouTube thing, honey. So be careful
Right.
how you
Pew
say
pew.
that. Yeah, pew pews. And then yeah, so we've given a few out. Actually, Scott has one that you gave him that he uses for when he goes to work. It's in his book, so I think that's really cool. uh
That's cool.
Cameraman says, Sir Grace, hello. Okay, so I'm being asked, sorry if you've answered it, but do you have a store? We do have a store. Right now it's closed because we need to build up stock at this point. So when we reopen the store, we'll let everybody know so that way you guys can go check that out. So, and it'll be at Etsy is where it's at. But right now we got to get the stock build up, right?
Yep,
Yeah, yeah. So, but we'll let everybody know. So you really like turning the acrylic.
I do. The
Yeah.
acrylic's a little easier. For me, it is, but some people it could be harder because sometimes acrylic will crack on you or cause divots, and there's a way around those, and you just gotta figure out that route. Each person, when they turn things down, um, you'll learn from the mistakes you make, and even some of the mistakes you make, you can fix right then and there. Some of them, you just go, okay, put it off to the side. You might be able to fix it later. If you can't fix it, you just put it to the side. You have that. You know what you're looking for. You know the design you want, and you just start a new pen.
You know, one of the things I think was really cool is you have put stamps on the inside of it or stickers on the inside
Yeah.
of it. That's been pretty cool too. It's kind
Yeah,
of
certain
personalized.
pens I can put logos in depending on how. The logo has to be the size, almost the size of a stamp, basically. If you can get the logo down to the size of a stamp, more like the bigger type stamps than it is those small square ones. It's more like the rectangular ones, but they're a certain size, and I could put that logo on an ink pen and turn it down. I could do that. Of course, the only thing showing would be that, no color, because if you put color with it, you're not going to see the logos.
Right, right, right. So Critter Creek wants to know, Sir Grace, do you take custom orders?
I have not yet, but it depends on what the custom is.
Okay. So I think that it's a possibility you could.
Yeah, it's a possibility I could.
Okay, yeah. Let's see here. And then Alexander said, so it can be cleaned out in 12 minutes again. He's referring to the Etsy shop. Basically, that's what happened. We
Yeah.
sold out pretty fast. Yeah. So when they go up, you got to be ready to go because they sell out. So, yeah, Critter Creek, if you're interested, let's see here. I'm going to put my email in the chat. Making sure I'm spelling this right. Oops. Oops, I messed up something. Hang on. Let me fix that before I hit enter. I think that's my right email. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, you're welcome to email me, Critter Creek. Yeah, so you do different types of things, and then you've also done wine corks as well, which are pretty cool.
Wine corks, yes.
Yeah.
And I do my own acrylics for my wine corks too, but I also buy like the blocks of wood, and I'll do wine corks from those. I've bought olive wood from Bethlehem. I've turned things with the olive wood.
Yeah, which is really, really, really cool that you've done that, because we've gotten it in for the ink pens and also for the wine corks.
Yep.
Yeah. Real quick, Christine, Miss Gillum Farms is in the house.
Hello, hello.
Are you dancing?
Are you counting?
Yes, I count, but that's Johnny. That's her husband. Do I now? The real question to take back to Christine is the real story to tell Johnny. Do I really count cows?
Whenever we bypass them, you do.
I'll start counting. So it's a true
while
story.
You're driving.
Yeah. Sir Grace is backing that story up because he knows I start counting. So if you want to know something about me, he'll tell on me on that one. So I really do it. And then Critter Creek says olive wood is awesome. It is. It's really beautiful. There's a lot of grain marks through it. And it's a
Yeah.
really pretty color. It's really hard to describe. But yeah, it is very cool. And then
It's
it comes,
best when you turn that down. It's best to use wax than it is to use anything else because the wax, um, wood wax brings out the actual tone and color of the olive wood. So it's
mhm.
best to use that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. I started doing the dance when Christine showed up. Okay, wait a second. No dancing. LOL. I can't call cows and round hay bales when I'm driving. LOL. I love the short. Oh, she saw the short that you were in the car when mom had filmed me
Yeah,
counting cows. I really was counting. And I did
he
it on my
was.
mother. I don't know if she's still in the chat, but
Apparently, there was a baby cow, and
yeah. Now,
she saw
Christine,
that.
in all fairness, when I'm driving, I need both hands on the wheel, so I can't and drive at the same time. That's not safe. But I can count cows. Let's see here. Let's see. My son started counting roadkill in East Texas.
That is good.
You used to live out in Texas. Did you see a lot of roadkill when you lived out there?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I bet you could have counted all of that back in the day, right?
Probably.
Let's see here. One of my two favorite you don't hear much about. I love wormy chestnut. Oh, okay. So let me reread that. One of my two favorite woods you don't hear much about. He loves wormy chestnut. Have you ever heard of
Wormy
that?
chestnut. I've heard of it, but I'm trying to think of the color.
I bet it's a chestnut color, just like
I've turned chestnut down.
yeah.
We have a friend that we can get wood from sometimes.
Yeah, he has given us some chestnut, some walnut.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Was it ash? Was it ashwood?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking that you gotten quite a few. Now with the cherry wood, you made cutting boards.
Yes, I've actually made cutting boards with cherry.
Yeah. So you hand planed that down. Now we don't sell any of that because the wood is given to us, and we just pay it forward with it. And it's just something for you to enjoy and to do.
Yeah.
So back to the dancing. I'm sorry, we're going back and forth, Sweet Pea. Christine says, LOL, safety first, meaning I can't dance while I'm driving. She's quality risk management and patient safety director in her other life. So, patient safety director. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. So, safety first, no dancing down the road. Right?
Safety first, yes.
And then, oh, wait a minute. Alexander said
Well,
it's a
if
bad
counting cows, I need to wear a helmet.
Let's see here. I have a small nativity ornament made of olive tree wood from the Holy Land. Girl, you need to put that up on the channel. I'd love to see it. That just sounds gorgeous. I bet that's beautiful. And then olive wood is my favorite. You don't hear about it. Wormy chestnut second. Big time wood I found in West Virginia. And then Christine is also asking about the Etsy store. Yes, we do have an Etsy store. It's closed right now because we need to build up stock. Well, he does. The last time we opened it, it sold out. So right now it is closed. So when we get that back up, Christine, I'll let you know. And then Xander said, I thought it was safety third. And then the tinker's wife says, I have an olive wood cross from the Jordan River area. That's got to be
Wow.
gorgeous too.
That's got to be really beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And then Christine says, I have worked in the healthcare for over 30 years. Well, thank you. That is a tough job. I'm just
Yes, it
saying.
is.
Yeah. Sir Grace, you know a little something about that. Once upon a time you did. You worked in healthcare
Yep.
many moons ago.
I worked with surgeons.
You sure did. You sure did. So anyhow, but yeah, that olive wood, I mean, that it's not only is it really, 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 really cool, like the pretty, it's beautiful. It's got come from such rich history, you know, if it's
Yep.
from Bethlehem. Okay, Christine said, I want first dibs at the store, so hurry up, Sir Grace. I think we have a couple of people, Sir Grace. You got to get going so we get that Etsy store back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
You're not that old, Christine. That's right. That's right. And then olive wood is unique and beautiful.
Very much so.
Yep. And then let's see here. Christine said, surgeons are my favorite to work with sometimes. Well, can I say something though about that? Just kind of, we're talking about ink pens. When you used to work in the medical field eons ago, eons, they would bring you some really cool ink pens whenever the reps would come and visit you.
Yeah,
And
it would.
yeah, I mean, not as cool as these ink pens, just saying, not as cool. But I always tried to steal your ink pens because those
Yes, you would.
he'd
You
have
would pull them out of my uniform.
So in the military uniforms, once upon a time, I don't know what they're like now, but they had the front pocket, and then they'd have like the little ink pen, and he'd always have that full of these really nice ink pens. We're not talking about the government ones. We're talking about some really nice ink pens. And I just kept trying to steal them. I always thought those were the coolest things. And let's see here. Christine also said, I love my pens from the reps.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember those days.
They're the best type of pens.
Why? What's so big of, I mean,
one, because they're different. They're not the same. They're not always the same.
Yeah.
Two, they last longer.
Not as long as these.
Yeah, you kind of, with them lasting longer, you kind of, how you say, you protect them. Because the military pens that you get, those black and silver ones, they're like so cheap, and they'll break on you and break in your pockets and stuff. But the rep pens, yeah. But yes, mine will always disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Had to leave a lot of them at work.
Sorry, not sorry. I think there's going to be a fight over the store. Hey, I asked first, Miss Gillum. I don't have one of those. Not many do. They want your ink pen, sweetie. And then, oh yes, the ones from the reps were free. Yeah. And then, let's see here. I ain't got one of those, is what Xander says. And then Critter Creek says, plus I've been working on a Mrs. Gillum Farms fan art. Ooh, some bribery going on here. And then making it home. Do you have a Woodcrafters near you? They do a free pen turning day on Veterans Day weekend, so anybody can use their materials and lays to turn pens for the troop. We Turn also have participated. Yeah, we have a Woodcrafters near you, or near us. I will say near you, but it's
a Woodcraft of Louisville, but they don't do this free for veterans.
Not at ours, no. But you did go and you participated in a class for wood turning.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show what it was. Nobody has one, not even me. This is not even mine. You
Yeah.
know what I'm complaining about, Sir
Yeah,
Grace.
I know what you're complaining about, but I'm not making them yet.
No, but and this is not up on the site or anything, but this I'm like going, I'm first. Aunt Lynn has been wanting one. I'm first, Aunt Lynn. Okay. This is not even mine. This is Sir Grace's bowl that he turned. His very first one. I'm gonna make this bigger. Hang on. Oh, let me take the comment down so you can see. I mean, look at that. He did this. I'm still waiting on one. I'm just saying. I don't even have one. I ain't got one of these. This isn't mine.
Nope.
I ain't got one. I think if I keep saying that, do you think I might get one? I ain't got one. Let's see here. And then Christine said she hates government pens. And then they always pinched her fingers. Yeah, I could see that because I had to use them too. I hated them myself. And then Marines prefer crayons. Cameraman is in the chat. This is Joy Stewart saying that, but cameraman's in the chat. And sometimes I wonder about.
Oh,
hey, cameraman.
I'm sorry. That's not. No. That's funny, though.
There's a comedian, and her name is Ashley Gutermuth. She is an Air Force wife. Her husband is a pilot, and I believe he's a commander too. But anyhow,
he is. He's a colonel.
Yeah. So she went to a Marines event, and it was funny because that whole thing with the crayons came up, and she actually ate her crayon. But she's an Air Force wife, a commander's wife at that. Let's see here. My Scott keeps eating them. Oh my goodness. Eating the crayons. And Aunt Lynn said, "What? That's right. I go first, Aunt Lynn. This is not even mine. I want one before he starts like giving them as gifts or even put them on the Etsy shop." The Tinkerer's wife said, "That's beautiful." And then shut the front door. I'm third. She's calling steaks on the bowls.
Who is?
That's Christine speaking. I would like. I mean, we've got the wood. A neighbor of ours, the electrical company came and cut down a tree, and then the neighbor that has that property said we could have all that we want. You went out there and you drug a bunch back. Although that's where the little snowman came from, is a piece of that wood. So you are working through it. So that's good.
Yeah. I'm just doing ornaments for right now. And then I'm going to start doing balls.
Yeah. Joy said my Marine loves the cherry. Probably the cherry crayon. Christine said,
"What? Not the flavored markers?"
No, they eat crayons, not markers. And then Christmas is coming. Sir Grace, I know he can't see me, but Sir, Christmas is coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Oh, Ginger's in the house. Hey.
Hello.
And then let's see here. What else? It's true per Jason at White Rock. Uh-oh, I missed something. What's true?
That Marines eat crayon.
Oh, okay. Let's see. And then, oh goodness. I see, where was it? Up, cameraman. There it is. Cameraman is a Marine. So
he say he ate crayons?
I don't know. We're going to have to ask him. Cameraman, do you eat crayons? So for those who don't know, cameraman is my uncle. We are a rich family of a lot of military history. We have most of the branches represented in the family. In my particular one, we have them all the way back to the Revolutionary War, to the point where I actually was part of the DAR at one point. I was active with them. I'm not now because I've got other things going on, but we have a really rich family. And you have several in your family too, Sir Grace, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I mean, your dad was in the Army for 23 years.
23 years.
And then
he was drafted during Vietnam.
he
And he
was.
didn't go to Vietnam because he was the only one to carry on our last name. So, but he did go to the Gulf War, though.
Yeah, he's a war vet. And then your mom was in the military as well. She was in the Army as well. That's actually how they met, was through the military.
Fort Bliss, El Paso, Texas.
That's right. That's right. So I'm saying a rich military history here. Let's see here. And the debate is on. I mean, Critter Creek did ask first, just saying little bitty channels matter too. Yes, they do. And I'm not sure what I missed out on, but I feel like I've missed something.
Must be the ink pens and then the bowls and then the...
And then Ginger says, it's true that crayons make you gooder. They solve a lot of things, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But we love our Marines.
Yes, we do.
Yes. And then Aunt Lynn said, cameraman is my hubby. That's right. Let's see here. Better than last night, but still having trouble. Oh, there's a conversation. Let's see here. Until my mother's generation, everyone from my grandfather and back to the Mayflower on her side of her family was in the military. Yep. Yep. That's how it is with mine. You know, I had to go through the history. I did Ancestry. I still do Ancestry. I still love to look into the history of my family and where did we come from. But proving that genealogy took me, I think, about 6 months or so, approximately.
About.
Yeah.
You're working on it hard.
Yeah, to see if there was a patriot.
Yeah, I have family from back then too, so.
Yes. And then Ginger said, glad to hear you're feeling a tad bit better. Yes.
Actually, my dad's side of the family was actually truly royal. So, at one time.
Well, I guess it's a good thing Jesse gave you the name of Sir.
Right?
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Jesse helped give you your name of Sir Grace.
Jesse and Scott. Yep.
Yes, because they kept calling you royalty.
Yep.
And of course, this is Grace and Fire, so you are part of this family, obviously. I mean, it's kind of like a no-brainer. Right. So that's where Grace. They said either Grace or Fire, so we went with Grace because really you're not full of fire. Well, you are full of fire. That may come out the wrong way, but you're not. You're very easygoing.
Yeah, I am.
You're very easy. So Grace goes with you much better. So you've got the title, Sir Grace.
Yep.
Which is fun. I love your name. I love it. So we need to see if we got a, like, is there any other Sir Graces in the family genealogy? Back to good. I did extensive research on my family genealogy and whoa, it was crazy. Yeah. Genealogy is really interesting. I did mine, and one side of my family are literally like, I have I don't want to give it incorrectly. It's like a 3 or a 4 times great grandmother. I can't remember which one. When you look at the census records, her neighbor, which of course we're talking country, okay, so it's not like today, like being like right next door to each other, but on the census, the next person was Double Ancy Hatfield. And yes, several of my family members married into the Hatfields and McCoys, and I do have a connection to the story So yeah, pretty interesting. It really there's good and there's bad when you go back and you look into your genealogy. There's I love finding the really good stories, but facing the ones that are hard or will come up, it could come up. And I think that everybody should know where they came from and what's their history.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you found royalty, which I found a knight. I kept trying to tell you I'm better than you, and you're like, no, I've got what did you say?
A king.
I have a knight in my family, and you have a king.
Yep.
Seriously? In Ireland, correct?
In Ireland. An Irish king.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You think people today are crazy? Yeah. Go do your genealogy.
Yeah.
And then it is pretty crazy. Thank you so much. Please hit that like button. Thank you. Let's see here. We have critters, church planters, and military folks. And then Alexander said, 5th cousin to Queen Elizabeth I on mother's side. So let's not get into dad's side. So is that where you stop and you go, I'm good? I'm good?
Right.
No,
I got royal. I'm good.
I'm good. I'm good. Well, I have a knight. We have all kinds of royalty on one line. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Let's see here. Hello, folks. I'm here listening in the background as I make dinner. Welcome. And then, okay, this has me interested. Molly says, I have Henry VIII.
Oh.
Oh, when we were in England, we lived there. Sir Grace and I did, because that's where you were stationed at. And Sir Grace knows this. I got a little bit too fascinated with Henry VIII's story. And where is it? It's at Windsor Castle. Is his armor?
Where his armor and his grave is at.
We went on Sunday, and at the time the Queen was around, and she was in church on Sunday, so I didn't get to go see his grave.
No, we didn't.
So here's the thing. Now it's the king. If you ever go to Windsor and you want to see Henry VIII, don't go on a Sunday. Definitely. Because if the king is going to church, they close the chapel. You can still tour the premise, but yeah, don't do it on a Sunday. That's the one thing. But I did get to see his armor, and man,
he's a big guy.
He was a big, in the end. Yeah. Let's see here. We lose mom's side somewhere with the Vikings. We just don't talk about dad's side for reasons. Oh, I understand that. Vikings we have in my family.
We have them in mine too.
Mm-hmm. I was born a redhead. So, and they say that's true Viking. But yeah, definitely genealogy is kind of fun. So
I like genealogy to a certain extent. Sometimes it can get you angry too. So
yeah. Well, I don't like it when I get stuck.
That's where I get angry.
When you get stuck and I can't break that.
Yeah, you can't find anything further. Yeah. It's frustrating. I think I did that with my dad's mom's side.
Yeah. I've been doing it since 2000, and it's 23 years later, and I still find new things. They're constantly updating, and records are being shared, and
your genealogy's like jumping. They're finding you'll have less of one part and more of another.
Yeah. I think it's really cool though too, because I think sometimes families lose those stories, of what actually happened in your family. They kind of go off to the wayside, and for whatever reason, So when you can sit down and actually see it and pull it open, it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Let's see here. The tinkerer's wife said, my father's side was Saxon going back into the 1600s.
Wow.
And then, good night, Jan. Thank you for stopping in. She said, Glenda, it was a pleasure tonight, but I need to go. No
Good
problem.
night.
Good night. Let's see here. Yes. The Find a Grave website is really cool too.
Yeah.
So one of our boys is an Eagle Scout, and we went to a cemetery. Now it's an abandoned cemetery, and a university has all the legal rights to it. It's kind of it's a sad story, very sad story with the cemetery. And but the university oversees it. So as I say this, don't go out and just do this. Okay. We worked with the proper people and whatnot, but we love Find a Grave because his Eagle project was to go out and look for veterans stones that had sunk below the ground, like to the point where you can't find them. And with the university's help, with all of the legal, please don't just go do this. Make sure you have all legal backing you up. But they uncovered the veteran stones, and then they reset them properly the way that they're supposed to be set. So they were brought up, set, and of course they were cleaned. And then with Find a Grave, to make it a permanent thing so family members could find their loved ones, it went up on Find a Grave. So that way other people doing their research could find them. But that was his Eagle project. It's a pretty cool thing that he had done. I don't know do you remember that, Sir Grace?
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It's sad about that graveyard, but it's
Yeah.
pretty cool what he's done.
Yeah. He purposely wanted veterans. Being the son of a veteran, our son actually wanted to make sure that those loved ones that were looking for their veterans could find them. And it's nice because now, like at Veterans Day and then in the holiday season, when they go do the wreaths at the cemeteries, they can find those headstones a little bit easier too. So that way they're properly, taken care of. So yeah, let's see here. And then Xander says, it's funny when you start digging around and go, what? Who was Batman's pilot?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with Ancestry. Absolutely. And let's see here. I have my dad's mom's side because of my Cherokee tribal enrollment. I think that was cool. I heard you say something a little bit about that. So somewhere, I'm pretty certain it was you. I worked on the other side, but not enough time to dedicate it like I want. That is awesome. We found out. So I had my grandmother do her DNA, and we found American Indian in her. We're not exactly sure what tribe or anything. We have no records. I mean, we're too far down the line anyhow. In fact, to the point where I had done my DNA and it doesn't show in my DNA. I didn't pull it. And neither did one of the kids that took it too. It didn't show up in the DNA. So it falls out, but it shows up in my grandmother. So we know at some point
There was some form of.
there was North American Indian is what it came up. And the only thing like I could think of, if I could guess what side of the family it was. I mean, and again, I'm just guessing because I would say that they're from Illinois area is where the last known record. Now, I'm not saying where the tribe was at. I'm saying the last known record of a person that I think might be a little bit more of an Indian, American Indian. But I'm not 100% certain. And like you said a little bit ago, it gets frustrating when you hit a brick wall and you're like, I don't know, because that's what's happened to me is I've hit a brick wall. We know that it's there. I have an idea where it's coming from with the last person being in Illinois. Um, anything more than that, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I wish we had records, at least just to see, go back and not to
Yeah.
claim anything. Not in that sense, but just in the ancestry records. I wish we could have something.
Yeah.
Just to say that was our heritage. There it is.
Right.
Let's see here. Points to himself. World mutt here. I got at least 0.01 of everything in me. That's okay. I'm a mutt too. You're a mutt too, aren't you, Sir Grace?
I am.
I think we're all mutts. Well, in our family, we're all mutts at least. Yeah, we've got a little bit of everything too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, one of my cousins took it, and I'd say he has a lot more than I do. So it's pretty interesting. I think that stuff is fascinating to learn. So yeah, quite a bit. But yeah, you like doing it, don't you?
I do like doing ancestry. It is fun. Like I said, it can get frustrating, but for the most part, it's fun. It's fun to learn that, where you come from.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it always starts with, go with the oldest person in your family and try to get as much information as you can. Write it down,
Yeah.
and then you can take it from there and go back and start looking at records and seeing what people were like, and what were they into, or what was the area like, at the time. One of the things that I found out was how we trying to say it. I want to say it the right way. I think, now that we've got chickens and we homestead, we urban homestead, make that very clear, because we're not out in the farm or anything like I wish we were. But it's interesting looking back at the history and finding out how did they garden and how did they store things. I remember my grandfather talking about how that they would go out back. He grew up in Kentucky, and they would dig holes, and they would put all of their root vegetables that they harvested down in the ground, but they would layer it with straw, and then they would just like lasagna it, and then they'd put dirt on top. So during the winter, they would go out, and then they would remove a layer, get their root vegetables, and then that's just kind of how that they kept things cool through the winter.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And then finding out, I have grandmothers who were crazy chicken people too. So that didn't fall far from the tree, did it? May have skipped a couple of generations, but yeah. I see your Scott says, you saying my buddy is a chicken. I hear you saying my buddy's a chicken. He ain't no chicken. Let's see here. Not me. I'm all Hunt's brand. Oh gosh, we're all Heinz 57 is what Christine said, and then Cameron said I'm a Hunt's brand. Thump. Leave it to cameraman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Aye. So, okay, back to this turning the wood thing. What's next on your agenda? I want to know.
Well, I'm still just working on the ornaments.
Yeah.
And then after that, I might turn some bowls. But like you said, I gotta get ink pens going too. So
I think there's some people that want some ink pens.
yeah, I know. I hear that.
You hear that, don't you?
Yeah.
And really, it depends on how you're feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Christine. He said ornaments. Yeah. We had some wood come off of a friend's property that the electric company had cut down, and Sir Grace went out there and drug all this wood back, and he chopped it down to the size that he needed. And then what did you seal it with? Do you remember?
Don't know exactly what it is.
It's
The
a wood
can's in
seal.
the garage.
That's okay.
It's
So there's a
sealant that you have to put on for raw wood, so it'll seal it so it won't crack.
until you're ready to use it.
Yep.
And I think you have 6 months to use it up before it possibly could dry too hard. That's what your instructor said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to make ornaments and bowls.
Yeah. And then I gotta work on pouring some more acrylic and stuff to make other things as well.
You know what I would like? Take some of the chicken feathers.
I've done that already before.
I know. I need some more ink pens though. Crazy chicken mom likes her ink pens. The girls have all molted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of chickens,
What about chickens?
you've turned into a crazy chicken dad, haven't you?
Oh, you're talking about for my little ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you all hear that? My little ones.
Yeah. My little ones.
Yes, you have 2 little girls.
Well, yeah. One of them's yours and then one's mine, but
Uh-huh. Well, we have 10 chickens.
altogether, yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Minnie.
Minnie. So Minnie is our White Rock chicken. She's part of the OG flock. Did you giggle?
No.
Oh. Minnie had a brain injury a couple of years ago, and you were not into taking care of chickens at that time. It was my project, which is fine. That's okay. That was my project, right, honey?
Yeah, it was.
And Minnie suffered a brain injury. We put it out on my mother's channel because I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. Anybody else's chickens walk backwards. It's pretty bad. She was walking pretty bad, wasn't she?
She was walking backwards a lot, yeah.
Yeah. We had a lot of people say put her in freezer camp, but I didn't.
No. No.
Now you know why. So I took her to a vet and they did some diagnostic testing, some basic stuff, not anything fancy, no x-rays, no nothing like that, but just basic testing, and found out that she had had a brain injury. And when we go out to go visit the chickens, which one runs to you?
Minnie.
Yeah, she won't run to me at all. I'm like, seriously, I'm the one that nursed you back to health, and here you are.
She likes her daddy.
She does. She does. And now you've got another one. And what did you name her? I think everybody needs to hear this
Glinda.
one. Say it again.
Glinda.
Yeah. So I'm Glenda, and then we have Glinda. Yes. Oh, did you see that Jesse's in the house?
Hey, Jesse.
Yes. And then let's see here. That lady at Gillum Farms will type anything to get ahead of the creek. You know, she's she's awesome. I got no defense. Johnny Gillum, send me a tea. And then Christine said, I love my chickens. They're a bit ugly right now. We know about that ugly phase, don't we?
Yeah, the molting.
Right? Poor chicken tender. And yes, we have a chicken named Miss Chicken Tender.
And she molts, and her butt is always pink and red.
Her poor hiney.
That's where she loses her feathers.
Yeah, she loses the most off her hiney, and she's kind of naked right now.
Yeah.
Let's see here. At least he's into chickens now. I'm working up to getting my last batch of chickens soon, and we'll have a total of 78 chickens. My dream. My dad still hates them all. You know, chicken math is a thing, isn't it?
It's a thing, but it's not a thing that'll happen here, but it's a thing.
No, it really can't happen here, can it?
No. We can't have too many.
No, we built our coop and run, so it's not purchased. If you guys ever go back through some of the old videos, you'll find the chicken coop and the run. Well, we have 2 runs. And that was our 2020 project together. Now the chickens were decided long before whatever happened in the world happened. The chickens were decided, but during the shutdown, that's what we did. We built a chicken coop and run.
Yes, we did.
Let's see here. We have a little heifer named Minnie. She was a dwarf. Aww, that's so cool. Did you catch that?
Little heifer named Minnie. She was a dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure. And we lost a rooster yesterday. I'm so sorry. Aww. And Jesse said, a crazy chicken man? And then Critter Creek says, that lady at, oh, I already read that one. Okay. Let's see here. And then love the avatar, Sir Grace.
Thank you. Jesse.
Yeah. Yes. And then Glinda, LOL. Yeah. Isn't that funny? Her name is Glinda. She is a cookies and cream breed. And cream. Yeah, so she is our little black and white chicken. She's very pretty, I have to say.
A nice little mohawk.
Feathered feet. She's our only feathered-footed chicken.
Yep.
Yeah, she's really pretty. Little bit, well, I would say mine is Chloe, and Chloe is, I need to think about. Huh?
Oh, Chloe is very skittish.
Yeah. I've thought about buying a bird net to catch her. And then I think, no, don't do that.
Right.
I got to figure out how to get her to come to me. I have tried treats. I have tried just like gently trying to scoop her up. And I don't know. I may need to get a bird net to like catch her because I'm afraid she's going to get hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that.
Yeah. Let's see here. And Xander said, I'd like to have a few more even to sell. Yeah. I think that would be really cool.
Right.
And Jesse's dropping links. Thank you so much, Jesse. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jesse.
And yep. Thanks, Papa Jesse. Yep. So let's see here. Have you tried Grubterra worms? I have not. Honestly, I haven't. I've tried
what worms?
So it's a company and it's called Grubterra.
So Grubterra.
Uh-huh. Yep. We have tried mealworms and what's the other one? Soldier flies. It might be the same thing as
they like mealworms better.
Yeah, our girls are a little bit on the picky side.
They're the bougie type.
The OG flock is. You know, I'll share this little bit. So I was talking to a friend of ours that the one that has the chickens, the flocks of chickens.
Yeah, our neighbor.
Yeah, and I was talking to her tonight, and I have some corn I'm gonna give her, and she asked me, she said, "What will your girls eat it?" And I said, "They're bougie. The OG girls won't eat it. Maybe the new ones, but the OGs." They're picky little girls, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't think people believe that. How picky the old girls. We're still learning about the new ones, okay?
Right.
But the old girls wouldn't eat like tomatoes for the longest time.
Nope.
What else did they not eat that people thought was weird?
Let's see. It was corn, tomatoes.
Well, crack corn at that too. Believe it or not, they do now. There's something else that they wouldn't eat, and I can't remember what it was. Sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Sunflower seeds. That's what the black sunflower seeds.
Was it all?
Yeah, and it took forever. Yeah, but I'll get those mealworms out, and they come running. That's how you know.
Mealworms or the bird seed stuff?
Oh yeah.
Call it scratch.
Yeah, the scratch. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Christine said they're amazing, and my roosters love me now. We'll have to give them a try. I've heard really good things about it. Let's see here. Heading out for tonight. Have a great evening. Good night, Aunt Lynn. Good night. And then the last crazy chicken man I knew was Sanders. Okay, there is a video there,
Colonel
Jesse.
Sanders.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders. There's a video out there of the new version of Colonel Sanders, and he's a little on the risque side, and it's kind of a commercial, so
Like
it's out there, and you might have
or something like that.
Yeah, I showed it to you last night. I'm like, what do you think? And he goes, huh. That was Sir Grace's reaction. Huh.
Right.
I don't know what they're doing to Colonel Sanders.
Right.
But there is no KFC in Kentucky, right?
Yeah, no.
That's according to Jesse, at least. Although I know where headquarters is at. So, anyhow. Yeah, you turned into a crazy chicken man now. Didn't you?
Sure did.
You sure did. You love your girls.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So, anyhow. But that's been a really cool adventure. One of the, what's the other adventure? The garden. I got you into that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty fun, isn't it?
I guess.
Oh no, about to lose power. I shall bow out. Great interview with Sir Grace and Glenda. Great job. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that was really,
lose power.
Probably on his phone.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there's any storms going on, is there?
No, Sir Grace. No. He's just talking about his phone, hon.
Okay.
Yeah. But if we could have, back to the chicken thing, if we could have as many chickens as we want, how many do you think you'd want?
At the most?
The most. What would your number be?
Probably 20.
You double the flock?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Knowing you, you'd probably want like a farm full, but...
Yeah, I would want a farm full. That's not a lie. I like my chickens.
Yeah.
Xander says it's storming there, and he's throwing snowball at all of us. Let's see here. Don't let Sir Grace sign up to be part of the Chicken Daddy calendars. Oh my gosh, those are funny.
Chicken Daddy calendars?
Okay, do you remember at the end of 2020? No, it was January 21.
I know the ones where the guys dressed in those dresses for...
That's where Chicken Daddies was born at. Okay.
Okay.
So now that there's a calendar of all these, okay, so this is how it started. So let me back the story for those who don't know. At Target, there was the Target
Dress Challenge. Yeah.
Yes. So if you look up hashtag Target Dress Challenge, okay, a lot of women went and bought these dresses at Target, including yours truly, who did the same thing, right? And so I participated in the Target Dress Challenge. I still have my Target dress in my closet. I think I'm going to keep it because, that might be worth money someday. Anyhow, so I did these photos. Sir Grace took it on my phone, and we did some up in black and white, and some are creepy looking, the ones that I did, and some are funny. And a lot of them, I had a feather stuck in my mouth. I had Coco's feather in my mouth, and you didn't see it. And all of these pictures have this feather hanging out. Well, there was a lady who thought it was pretty interesting about, everybody dressing up for this Target Dress Challenge. And so the guys got in on it. And so she went out and she filmed all these men wearing the Target Dress Challenge dresses. And that's where Chicken Daddies was born. There actually is a Chicken Mamas, but it didn't do anything. The Chicken Daddies blew up. And now they wear all kinds of things in it. And it's hysterical. I'll have to show you later. But yeah, he will never. I tried getting him to wear that Target Dress Challenge, doing the Target Dress Challenge.
No.
There you have it. And Christine says she has 22 chickens.
Oh, wow.
And what's one more chicken? Well, our coop can only hold 8 birds. And how many do we have?
10.
So chicken math is a thing. They actually just all barely fit on the roosting boards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. And then they wear Daisy Dukes. They sure do.
I see.
And let's see here. I did something on the phone and now it doesn't transfer the photos to the computer. Uh-oh. Let's see here. And let's see here. It's time to eat. We'll try to get back on a bit. No problem. Let's see here. Men in straw hats, Daisy Dukes with their hairy belly showing.
Yes, I seen those pictures and ugh.
I think they're hysterical. You don't care for them.
No, I really don't.
I think it takes great bravery to do something crazy like that, though.
I don't think it's bravery.
You don't?
No. I think somehow they're taking a crazy pill.
Goodness. The Target Dress Challenge. Yep. Yeah, you go check out that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Target got these.
Oh, they had them.
Look like 1950s, 60s type outfit dresses.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I did it. I couldn't believe it. I think I spent 30 or 35 on the dress. I don't remember.
Yeah. It was something like that, and it's the ugliest dress.
I think it's hysterical.
The ugliest one in our closet.
I'm glad you chose that dress to be the ugliest one. And then let's see here. Okay. Christine agreed with you. Exactly, Sir Grace. It's not bravery. I think you have somebody that agrees with you. Yeah. Let's see here. She said she didn't know about the Target Dress Challenge. Girl, you missed out. You missed out. Go back and look at it. I literally did it, and I didn't tell anybody I was going to do it, except for Sir Grace. He obviously knew because he was with me when I bought the dress, and he took the pictures. So, yeah, we dropped them, and there's one that is kind of eerie looking that I didn't smile in. And I think I was holding Gracie. We no longer have Gracie. Gracie passed away earlier this year, but I was holding Gracie, and you could see the farm behind, just like the barn. And my sister-in-law, Sir Grace's sister, said, take that and do it in black and white. And so when I did it, it looks eerie. It's pretty cool looking, though. I mean, it's not scary. It's just a little bit on the eerie side. Kind of reminds you of something from the Depression era. So, yeah. Goodness. Another one said, I must have been lost. I don't know what the Target Dress Challenge is either. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so Ginger, type in not on the live, but like in a web browser, type in hashtag Target Dress Challenge. I'm going to see if I don't know if I can find a picture fast enough, but it was these pioneer dresses that they sold at Target. It really was these, I mean, I don't know how to say this to you. These dresses really were sold at Target. And they were just so ugly, and people would go to Target.
Ugly.
Yeah, they were. I mean, they're pioneer dresses, right.
But supposedly.
Yeah, but they actually sold them as high fashion at Target. Of course, you know, if you've been in it lately and you have seen anything with the Target dresses.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Where was this at? Let's see here. Target Dress Challenge. These Walmart jumpsuits. So one time they did the Walmart jumpsuits. That's a thing too. I'm going to see if I can. Okay. Well, oh wait, here we go. It's not in black and white. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Now, this is not the black and white version, but turn that black and white, and that's where it was at. And then there's one of me chasing my chickens. You can see the back of the dress. And then what's funny, I'm going to try to make this bigger. I don't know if this is going to come across, but I have a feather in my mouth. My chicken, that's Coco. She's just looking up at me like, what? You got a feather in my mouth. You got one of my feathers in your mouth. That's Coco. And then, hang on. Make that bigger. There's the sampling of the dresses from the Target Dress Challenge. And I had the blue one right in the middle. So, yeah, pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So you definitely need to go back and look that up.
Target Dress Challenge. Yeah.
Maybe we should do a YouTube Target Dress Challenge. I'm down for that. I am so down for that. I think we should do that. Maybe that's what I'm going to have. Maybe that's what my first challenge should be, because I haven't done, or collab. I have not done a collab yet. Maybe I should do a YouTube collab with our crazy Target dresses, and I would be crazy enough to actually go to the mall in it. Yeah, they sold them as high fashion. Yeah, I mean, think prairie dress. Seriously.
Back in the day, high fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Little House on the Prairie dress. Yeah, basically.
Say that again?
Little House on the Prairie type dress. Yes, basically.
Yes, Little House on the Prairie gone urban.
Yes.
I still have it. It's in my closet.
Yeah, I know.
You don't shop Target? You need to, just for funsies. Go, at least just walk and look. It's kind of crazy. I don't have an ugly Target dress. I have the ugly Target dress. I bought. Why did I do? Well, I mean, it's still funny. I bought a 2XL, which was the biggest one that they have. So now this thing is a balloon on me. It's funny. It's funny. Gone urban ugly. I mean, now that's high fashion now, Christine. So, you might hurt somebody's feelings. As we can all hear Sir Grace roll his eyes in the background, right?
Yep.
We don't shop Target either. It's against my red card. Well, just go in there and see what the ugly things are. You should just walk in and see what some things are. She has the ugly Target dress. I have the OG ugly Target dress challenge. Yeah. And that appeared in our Christmas card too, one year. Actually, it was right afterwards. I put that in our Christmas card because my family couldn't believe I had done it. And I had friends that couldn't believe I had done it too. Let's see here. I'm sorry that people like to wear ugly dresses. I'm sorry that people well, I like to, but I'll do it because it's funny. Now, Sir Grace won't get into it.
No.
They need to do a guy version. We have to think about this. Let's see here. I have an antique store near me. Maybe I could find one there. I bet you could. I bet you could.
Probably in the back with a bunch of moths.
And then Target has ugly clothes now. So the last time I went through Target, it was like big, bright, polka dotted clothes. And I honestly thought, okay, so Sir Grace, you are legally blind, but you have some vision.
I have some sight, yes.
Within 4 feet, you can see.
On a good day.
I thought about getting one of these bright, ugly, pink polka dotted dresses from Target.
No.
So that way you could see me. You'd be like, oh, there she is.
I'd probably go even more blind. Just saying.
Oh my goodness. Let's see, I just looked it up. There are cowboys in those dresses too. Like as a spoof. It's hysterical. Right? Right? It is hysterical. I'm teasing. I have a mini pearl dress that I wore when we dressed up as Hee Haw Crew for Halloween. Well, I could totally.
Yeehaw.
I love Yeehaw. I miss that show.
Yeah.
And then LOL, Sir Grace, hysterical. Let's see here. It must be a homesteading thing. Well, I mean, I bought it, and I guess it is. I think we should do that. I wonder how many people would pull out their dresses. There are people who didn't go to Target and still participated in the Target dress challenge, and it was still funny. So you don't have to go. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Scott. Let's see here. Sir Grace, simple and clear. No. Agreed, Sir Grace. Well, wonder if we could get Minnie a dress and maybe Glinda one, and then you could hold them.
Yeah, sure, right.
Oh, he said yeah. Okay, so at least put it on the chickens?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. What about tutus on chickens? And then maybe...
You've already tried that?
I have done it.
Don't like it. And chickens actually look at you strangely.
Not chicken tender. Now she wore that tutu. She wore the
tutu, but she was not happy with the tutu.
She was fine with the tutu.
No, she was not.
No, who had the problem was Chanel.
And Coco.
No, it was Chanel. It wasn't Coco. It was Chanel. I put a hat on her, and she didn't like it.
I don't think any chickens like the hats.
I don't think so either. Chickens don't like hats.
Nope.
So it was, I had done that because, what was it? Oh, when the egg prices went up. I dressed the girls up. I put on my ball gown and went out and, yes, I am crazy, okay? I went out and I put my ball gown on out in the coop. I wore my chicken shoes out there too, because you don't wear heels in chicken.
Yeah.
In chicken poo. But anyhow,
yeah.
So I put a tutu on them and I'm like, yeah, these are the most expensive eggs. And I had the girls all dressed up, blinged out, ready to go. Now that would be cute, tutu. It is cute. Chicken tender did just fine with the tutu.
Yeah, they just really, truly didn't like the hats.
No, the hat was the problem. The tutu was nothing. Well, I only did it on chicken tender, but it covered her tushy too. So maybe it was just covered, like she was grateful to have her tushy covered. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's see here. That would be foul, Glinda.
Right.
Again, no, agree, sir. Yep, you got that one from Critter Creek.
Little foul.
No, but our chickens are sweet, though. I have to say that.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. We've had one of our girls will come in, Coco, if she gets to walk in through the back gate. She has walked in the house, actually, with our door being open. And has looked around and
Coco, yeah.
Coco, yeah.
Or if we had her because she was broody, she would knock on the back door. Trying to get back in from the heat.
Yeah,
in the AC. Get me back in the AC.
Yeah, she thinks that our house is her crib.
Basically.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's a bit cold to lose her backside fluff. I don't understand why chickens molt when it gets cold, but that's what happens.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think chicken tender is our last one to do. No, I take that back. Coco hasn't molted yet.
No. Minnie did.
Minnie did.
Night, she just gets the turkey neck.
Oh, know what's up with that one. She looks like a little turkey.
Chanel look like she's got done molting.
Yeah, Chanel.
Back
Yeah, her
being
feathers are
all
pretty.
fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Tweety's done molting.
Raven's done molting.
Yeah.
Faith is done molting.
Yeah. Chicken tender's always one of the
No,
last.
yeah, Coco just had.
Coco is the last.
Yeah, Coco's the last. So, all right. So Yogi Hollow Farm is on. So we're gonna say goodnight for now. Go over and let Lisa know that we sent you. Give her a love raid.
Yep.
So you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you so much, Scott, for allowing us to take your slot. We hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with Sir Grace too. Thank you, Sir Grace.
No problem.
All right, you guys, make sure you are good to somebody. You never know what people are going through, right, honey?
Yep.
All right. Well, you
That's
guys,
this time frame.
That's right. That's right. Well, thanks, you guys. Have a great night. Go on over to Yogi Hollow Farm. We'll see you later.
Night, y'all.